morning. How's everybody doing? Yes, we are in a funky mood today. Yes. So just making sure my levers are all up. How's everybody doing today? Good morning. Happy Saturday. It is always a happy Saturday. I love Saturday. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys couple of minutes about all of the things that are going on. More controversy this week in the Manosphere. Very happy to be a part of the Manosphere. I could take it all the way back to the Frankfurt School. I like to talk about the Frankfurt School and how, Marxism has been injected into our educational system and into our media system, and how the biggest threat to this progress is always the Black American man, the Black heterosexual man. And so that is always we have always been the object of direct oppression, and the mainstream media has been no exception to that rule. Actually, they haven't been the exception. They've been the main culprits. And the modern or the postmodern neo-Marxist, I guess you could say Frankfurt School, politically correct craziness that has overcome our world is basically a sign of a drowning man reaching for straws. The mainstream media is on the decline. The mainstream media is losing their grip. They're losing their grip. They're losing their sphere of influence. They're losing their power, and they're losing their effectiveness in the world. So they're sending their minions out to keep reinforcing their paradigm, their zeitgeist. Zeit meaning time and Geist meaning ghost. Please understand what I mean when I say the zeitgeist. This zeitgeist is one that is basically placing thug culture as the flagship of the representation of Black American culture, which is, of course, very insulting. And they're causing turmoil from within the Black community, not by empowering Black women. Empowering Black women is always a positive and wonderful thing. But trying to pit Black women and Black men against each other, and trying to play the narrative, the media narrative of guilty if you're a Black man, guilty until you prove yourself innocent, or vicious, violent, subhuman until you prove yourself to be civilized. And that is insulting, and it's a paradigm that is basically designed to keep everyone in a, entrenched in a zeitgeist that is very disempowering, not only to Black men, but to Black people. And Kevin Samuels is one of the people that is fighting back against the zeitgeist. See, this zeitgeist has led to an obesity problem among Black women in our society. And it's led to a cultural problem, a problem of contempt and disrespect toward Black men. And the Black Manosphere, of which I'm very happy to be a part, is fighting against this. I'm one of the original members of the Hittite Empire. Look up the Hittite Empire, Hittite. We were an all-Black, African-American, indigenous, intergenerational, male, politically correct, socially responsible cultural elite. We were a group of performance artists, poets, and thespians that performed here. I performed here from the East Coast to the West Coast in the United States, and as well as in Europe with the Hittite Empire. I've even done performances in the nude. We were the voice. We did a very powerful piece called "In My Living Condition," we did it down at the Museum of Contemporary Art in downtown Los Angeles, right after the political insurrection of April 29th, 1992, what we call the LA riots, following the verdict of the officers that violated Rodney King's civil rights. So I've been in the trenches for a long time. fighting for the dignity of black men in America. And I'm glad to be a part of this right now. Now, you're seeing a lot of action going on lately where the boule, the dogs of war, the minions of the puppet masters that control the media, have been sicking themselves on any sign of black masculinity that you can find, basically upon the manosphere. They've been targeting Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels gives a very direct message, and Kevin Samuels is basically working to help the condition of the black community. And I'm going to tell you why. What he's doing by setting up the ideal of the high value man for women to aspire to is actually sending a message more to black men than it is to black women. Because you can see all of these women that are calling Kevin Samuels, they're willing to find a high value man. And they're willing to be compliant. And they're even willing to overlook infidelity. They're willing to pay the price to have a high value man. They're willing to honor and respect and be compliant to a high value man. But they want a man that fits Kevin Samuel's standards of being a high value man, especially with reference to how much money he's making. So what is that telling the black men? That's telling black men, if you want to have the respect of your woman, if you want your queen to treat you like a king, then you have to strive to be a high value man. You see? It's just like the club, right? Like the club. The club lets the ladies in free and the men are going to follow. Kevin Samuels has created a platform by which women can get that which they so desire more than anything else, exposure. Kevin Samuels is a well-dressed man with a very high-quality show, and he gives exposure. So these ladies are going to continue to come for the abuse that you think that they're receiving when they participate in his show, when they call into his show. But the fact remains, you can't stop the manosphere. Black men are speaking with our own voice. Okay? Now, this is only going to help the black community in the long run, because it's going to make more men strive to be the high quality men that the women are just dying to adore and respect and honor. And of course, it's going to give a very frank and honest position to our ladies, to the ladies in the community, black and white, all ladies, all American ladies especially, to get your shit together, man. I mean, you know, to understand that, you know, first disconnect yourself from the zeitgeist. The zeitgeist has been so thoroughly ingrained, thoroughly enmeshed in the television, the radio, mainstream podcasts. You notice every time you look at a video that has Kevin Samuels, including this one, in the title, it's probably going to be immediately followed by that bullshit interview that Joe Budden did of Kevin Samuels, where he basically tried to sit there and scold him on behalf of the betas and on behalf of his women puppet masters. And it didn't work. But, you know, notice every time you see a Kevin Samuels related video, the very next video the YouTube algorithm is going to try to show you is that bullshit Joe Budden podcast. I'm just throwing it out there. Mainstream media is dying a slow and entertaining death. Yes, I say entertaining because it's good to watch. It's fun to watch. Mainstream media is dying, okay? And they're clawing at everything they can to try to keep their paradigms alive, to try to keep their zeitgeist alive, to try to keep reinforcing, you know, black women are the leaders of the black community. Black men ain't shit. Black men are silent. Black men are inept. Black men are negative. Black men are carrying all of the sins of manhood, of masculinity, of everything that feminism has thrown at manhood. Now black men are now the scapegoats and the representatives of that. Disconnect yourself from that zeitgeist. That's what we're here for. That's what the Black Manosphere is here for. And we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. Anybody can pick up a phone. Look at Kwame Brown right now. Kwame Brown. Look at the media assassination attempt that Charlemagne the God tried to put down on Kwame Brown. That was some straight bullshit. Bringing up his father. What are you trying to do? What are you, an intrinsicist? Intrinsicism? You're saying that, what, his father has certain characteristics, so that's in him because he carries his father's DNA? Intrinsicism is the basis of racism, you asshat, you clown. This is ridiculous, Charlemagne. This is ridiculous, man. How dare you? But you know, I can't say how dare you because you were told to do it by your boss. By your boss, who's probably someone who's outside of our community. Okay, we have to call it what it is. We know what you're doing. We know what DJ Envy is doing. We know what all of the minions of, we know what Joe Budden is doing. We know what all of the minions of the mainstream media are doing. And you are on a sinking ship. Okay? Have a nice swim. You're on a sinking ship. You can't stop it. And the beautiful part about what Kevin Samuels is showing you, and myself and Dennis Sperling and other people who are, we dare to use our own names in this media, in this blood sport, right? Is you go through the shame, you go through the exploration of your past, you go through the digging up of your mug shots and your divorce records and your child support records and all the rest of that, because you're doing things with your real name, and your name is your brand. So if YouTube decided to get rid of Kevin Samuels or Kwame Brown or me or anyone else, like they did Alex Jones, then there's always BitChute. And there's always Vimeo. And I encourage you guys to diversify your videos, right? Everyone in the manosphere. Diversify your videos and establish your brand independent of YouTube, independent of Facebook, independent of those who are part of the big tech oligarchy that feels as though they have the right to curtail our First Amendment rights. I just wanted to put that out there. All right. Much respect to Kevin Samuels. I really appreciate what you're doing. Much respect to my man Dennis Sperling. Thank you for having me on your show. Dennis Sperling is doing a lot of positive things right now in the manosphere as well. He's doing a lot of very, very constructive, informative things, and he's having shows with some very intelligent and powerful minds on his show. So I highly recommend you subscribe to Dennis Sperling Unfiltered. Okay, now before I get to the UFOs, which is the fun part, because everybody is really tripping on the UFOs, right? I'm really tripping on the UFOs. What the hell is going on with the UAPs, right? What are they doing? Why are they here? Who are they? Where are the UAPs coming from? Are they from outer space or are they from inner Earth? We still haven't figured out where all of these tunnels are leading to the center of the Earth. What the hell is the Dalai Lama talking about? What are the Tibetan monks protecting? What are all of these people protecting in the inner Earth? How do we know these UAPs are not coming from the center of the Earth? All these questions and more will be answered after these messages.
Gold label quality Biomed RX CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Yes, go to biomedrxsupplements.com because I have just recently, I'm in the process of updating the site. Never mind the video and stuff that you see when you go to the site, but you can buy some of this delicious 10,000 milligram strength Biomedrix CBD and Biomedrix supplements as well for men and women.
Biomedric's Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzyme. Visit www.biomanrxsupplements.com.
Yes. So, thank you for watching the commercials. Now, where are we going to go with this? Let me get back. Let me bring that beat back. So, I think everybody is in a state of terror. I think that's why everybody is just like catatonic about the UAPs. UAPs are here now. UFOs are here now. So what are we going to do about them? What are we going to do about that? Where the hell did they come from? Are they from outer space? Are they friendly? Are they as socially evolved as they are technologically evolved? And what does socially evolved mean? Can they explain the whole chupacabras phenomenon? Because that's been going on for a long time, right? Perfectly round holes dug in the cows in Puerto Rico and just all of the blood sucked out. Chupacabras, right? That's obviously of extraterrestrial origin. Is it transdimensional? Are they from the center of the earth? We don't know. They obviously are superior to us in technology, and therefore they're probably superior to us in intelligence. Not probably. They're definitely superior to us in intelligence. So what are we going to do? And what are the changes that are taking place to society as a result of knowing this, of having this knowledge? How do you behave when you know that eyes are watching? How do you behave when you know that something, someone, or someone's, some entity or entities that are more powerful than you, arguably more powerful than you, can see you, are judging what you are doing, and perhaps they don't even like it? What are we going to do? Right? These are good questions. And where does that leave us right now as human beings, as individuals? Where does that leave us all in our own battle, in our own struggles? How do we reconsider everything that we have to think about, everything that we have to do, everything that motivates us? It could all be for naught. What are their intentions? What do they want here with us? We can't do anything about it now. The Navy has confirmed that they're seeing unidentified aerial phenomenon every day. They know that we know that they're here. They know that we know that they're here. And there's nothing that we can do to stop it. So what's going to happen? Are they from the planet Nibiru? Are they scouts? Is there any indication that all of these vehicles are even manned? What is a man as far as these creatures are concerned, or as far as this technology is concerned? Are they humanoids? You want to know that. Everybody wants to know that. Do they have two sexes? Right? Do they have male and female? Everybody wants to know that. Everybody wants to know if they're going to have sex with the purple woman, just like Captain Kirk. You want to know. You want to know. So let's have this discussion. Let's talk about it. I'm going to go live again on this channel with the same thumbnail, but it's going to be a call-in show. So have your Zoom ready. Right now it's 9:08 on the West Coast. So it's 11:08 for my friends in New Orleans, and it's 12:08 on the East Coast. So think about it. Get your questions, because we can't ignore this. We can talk about our battles between each other. We can talk about our cultural, political, and sociological battles here on Earth. But now Earth is, life on Earth is taking on a whole new meaning. It is a great time to be alive. I have to say that. It is a great time to be alive. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys watching. It's been really good, really real. And like I said, you can't stop the Black Manosphere. Here we go. I know I usually talk about holistic health, and I am going to get back onto the subject of holistic health, because this is all part of taking care of yourself. But I just had to make a very necessary statement about the death of the mainstream media. As Kevin Samuels would say, farewell, bon voyage, goodbye, and good riddance to bad rubbish, and the rise of the manosphere. So you guys have a wonderful day. I really appreciate you guys joining. Get those likes up, share, all of that stuff, join, sign up. Hit the bell for notification of new videos, and comment. I need the comments for the algorithm, right? I need to get to the point where I can monetize so that I can get super chats, so that I can start going live and getting you guys participating and everything like that. You know what I mean? And while you're at it, yeah. Yep. I think that's about it. So thanks a lot, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Peace.